Hi guys, welcome to SMI Hub Canada. Today I'll be showing you how to apply for your study permit online. So you type in cic.gc.ca and it brings you to this portal, and then you choose the language you are most comfortable in. Remember, we need to create an account first. So we sign in or create an account here. So it opens up this page and then you scroll down to, there are two options of creating an account. Either you use GCKey or sign-in partner. So just make sure you keep scrolling and then you have where you can register because you are a first-time user. So you click register and then you would decide to register with GCKey because you can only register with a sign-in partner if you already have a Canadian banking information. So you scroll down and you click on sign up, and here terms and conditions of use you accept, and you create your username here. So here you create your username, and we're just going to give it SMI Hub Canada 10, and after you create this username and then you create your password, and I'm just going to give it so make sure that you don't copy and paste the password, because if it's incorrect you're going to be copying and pasting an incorrect password. So here I always recommend that you type in the password. So here you're just going to continue, and here you have to create recovery questions, and this has to be questions that are special to you, questions that you can always answer. For instance, if you say, where did I go for my honeymoon? So perhaps you went to in Geneva, and then who is your most memorable person for this one? So maybe your most memorable person is your daughter, so you make sure you write it. Just choose a question that you always remember. Okay, so here you can put a hint so that you don't forget. You can say, so if you say maybe your memorable person's name is Tinola, and then here you give a hint so that you don't forget. Just write my daughter. Memorable date, so probably it's today's date. Maybe let me just choose a date, 2018. Maybe just choose 0210, and then make sure you provide a hint. So maybe the hint is what can we say? So maybe the hint is wedding date. It's very important that you remember the answers, because as anytime you sign in, it's going to keep asking you for these questions before you can sign in. So if you don't, then you're not going to be able to sign in. And so here is email address. So you have to put in the email address that you want them to send your verification email to. Okay, so you will put the email address here. So I'm just assuming this is my email address. Okay, so you put this, and then you make sure you confirm that email address so that they don't send it to the wrong place. Okay, so you just click continue, and it's going to send it. So it says you have successfully created, so you will now go to that email to confirm your account and to verify it and to launch your account. So now you've been able to open your account, you verified it. So you're going to go to your home page and you scroll down to this side, and here it says start an application. So you will click on apply to come to Canada. I have a personal reference. If you've done the checklist before, then it will give you a code, but if you don't, because you don't, right, you're just starting. So here you say you don't have it, you click on this one because you want to apply for a study permit. You click on the study permit, and then it says what would you like to do in Canada. So here you will make your selection. So this is the checklist, and everybody has to do this, but those that are submitting paper application, they won't do this. So they'll just, you guys will just go to your country's homepage for the embassy, and then you will check your checklist and make sure you print out the list of all the things that you need, all the documents. I've explained this thoroughly in my study permit application video. I will link it in the description box. That's the study permit from outside Canada video, and I also explained this in the proof of fund in a way video, so there you can get more information. So I'm assuming that you're applying online. So if you're applying online, you have to complete this checklist before it can direct you to the portal where you make your application. So what would you like to do in Canada? You click to study, and then it has how long are you planning to stay in Canada. So you want to click this temporarily more than 6 months, because if your program is less than 6 months, then you don't need a visa to study in Canada. So it definitely has to be more than 6 months. Then select the code that matches. So you will select based on your country. So let's say you're like me and you're from Nigeria. You want to select Nigeria, and then what's your current country of residence. Note that this is current country or territory of residence. So wherever you're living at the moment is where you pick for this. So let's say you're presently living in Austria. Now this has, if you have a family member who is a Canadian citizen or permanent resident, so if you do, click yes. If you don't, click no. Please be truthful. So here is your date of birth. So you want to click your date of birth, and if you're, let's say you were born in 2001 and your month is, let's say, November, and maybe your date is 14. So now we've completed all of this, and we move to the next page. And now you're trying to find out if you are eligible to apply. So are you a lawful permanent resident of the state? I'm assuming you don't have a US green card. So click no. If you do, click yes. Because the reason why they are asking all this information is so that they can know if you need a study visa. Because citizens of certain countries don't need a study visa to study in Canada. So you have to confirm that. Have you been accepted to a DLI? This is, you have to check this in your acceptance or admission letter. It's because you must have been accepted by Canadian school, college, university, or other educational institution to be eligible to study. So check your admission letter, or go online and search your university or college. Just put it in Google and let it to pop out. Just put DLI and then it will bring it out. So just confirm. So yes, you have a DLI, so you move to the next page. So here is asking about your status. So you want to, what is your marital status? Let's say you're married, if you're divorced, or if you're separated. Note that divorce is different from legally separated. They are two different, so the status is different, so be very careful to choose the correct one that applies to you. So what's your province of destination? Please choose the province of that where your school is located. So if your school is in Nova Scotia, don't go and choose Nunavut. Okay, so we move to the next one, and that's your results. So now, based on what you've written here, is going to tell you that you may be eligible to come and study. So based on that, is going to generate a personal checklist of what you need. Okay, so it's still going to ask some more questions. Do you have a valid work or study permit as at now probably you don't have anything, but if you do, then it's going to give you another alternative. So let's say no, because you're applying for the first time, and then it's going to ask some more questions. Are you an exchange student? In your case, I believe not. If you are, click yes. Is work an essential component of your studies? For those of you that you have co-ops, so you have work placement or co-ops or things like that during your program, you have to click yes. Be very careful to click yes so that they can give you the right visa. So in this case, let's just assume work is not part of your studies, so I'm clicking no for these. And are you a spouse, common law partner, or child of a certain skilled worker? So if this applies to you, it can make your life easier. So yes or no. So let's say no. So are you a recipient of a Commonwealth scholarship, or are you a recipient of a full bursary covering all expenses from the CIDA, or a participant in the Canadian Aid Program for Developing Countries? So just make sure you click yes if yes, click no if no. So now it says, are you accompanying a family member that has status in Canada or has recently been approved to come to Canada? So for you guys that you apply for an open work permit, here you have to click yes, because you are following somebody's study permit. That's if your spouse's study permit has been approved already. But if not, if you're applying together at this point, then it's different. You guys that are just applying for a study permit for the first time, and you are not accompanying anyone, then you click no. Now, have you ever committed or been arrested? So if that's the case, just respond truthfully. Have you had a medical exam performed by an IRCC authorized panel physician? If you've had a medical exam performed, make sure it's within the last 12 months for you to click yes. If it's already out of the last 12 months, then it's expired and you have to click no. So if you've never had a medical exam performed before, around within 12 months, you also should click no. Okay, have you visited or lived in any of the designated countries for 6 consecutive months in the last year? So if you've lived anywhere for more than 6 months, then you have to click yes. You have to click yes. But if you've not lived anywhere else, apart from your country for more than 6 months, then you click no. So if you are submitting an application for a family member here, like maybe you are applying for your spouse's open work permit, then you click yes. But if you are submitting for yourself, then just click no, because you are not submitting an application for anyone. If you are giving somebody access to apply for you, then you please make sure you note it here. If you are appointing a representative, if you are granted, just click whatever applies to you. This is very important, so that if there is a problem during your application, you have an, I would say, alibi. You have an excuse. You know that you indicated it in your application that you are giving out your information to someone. This question is the biometrics question, and then you want to be sure if you in the past 10 years, if you've done biometrics in the past or photo biometrics, then click yes. If not, click no. And finally, this is confirming that you are ready to pay your fees. So yes, I'll be paying my application fees, except if you are exempt. And this is just another redundant question, because I assume anyone that is applying online will have plans of scanning or snapping documents to upload. But yes, you still have to click yes. I am able to make a digital copy of my documents with a scanner or camera. And then this one also is also confirming that you have the means of payment for your online application. And so just say yes, you do have. Remember, there are different ways you can pay. You use a Visa debit or a debit MasterCard. So just make sure that you confirm that you have this so you can move on along in the checklist. So here you're going to be reviewing your application. So you can see here, this page is important because you can edit. If you made a mistake, you can click this to edit. And you see that all the things I've completed are here on the page. So make sure you go through the page and just confirm that everything that is here is correct. Remember, once you transmit it, off it goes. So make sure you confirm it. And then this page just shows how you submit the application, shows that you have to use your account, not someone else's account. And then you need to keep saving your application as you are uploading and as you are maintain what's it called, as you're uploading information, adding more information to it. If not, it's not going to be there after you log out. And then upload all the document that you need to upload. It gives the directions for the size of document it accepts. So you have to be either PDF or an image format, or a doc or docx Microsoft Word document. And then it has to be less than 4 megabytes. If it's more than 4 megabytes, remember that you can always compress it. Anyway, there are different sites online where you can compress. There's smallpdf.com and all of those other websites. So just do that, and then you pay your fees. So here you can see the list of all the things. It has now created a list for you. So here is the IMM 1294 that you need to upload. I have a video on how to complete your IMM 1294E IMM 1294E form. So just make sure you upload it here. And if you need the form, you can always download it. I clicked on that and it brought me. You can see that it didn't open. This is because you are trying to open it online. So if you want to actually open it, you have to, after it downloads, you download it from this. After you download it, then you have to try to open it with Adobe Acrobat. So far is Adobe Acrobat I've always used, has always worked for me. So yeah, but that's it. So this is where all your documents, your forms that you will need. So you can always download and fill it up. Here you put your passport, so you need to put your passport data page. That's the page that has your picture and has your name and your account application, your passport number. So upload it here either as a PDF or as, I always recommend PDF because it's easier to read. So then here is your letter of acceptance. I've talked about that in the video for study permit application. It needs to be unconditional. It needs to be unconditional. So just make sure you check. And here is the proof of means. So anything that has to do with proof of funds, you can merge everything as one document. You need to have their website, that there's mergepdf.com, I think. So there are many websites that will merge your document for free. So just type in Google mergepdf.com or mergepdf and you will see these websites. So merge all your documents as one, because this place can only take one document. So for your proof of financial support, you want to merge your bank account, your checkings account, your savings account, whatever you are trying to present, your scholarship letter, and always make sure you arrange the page from the most important to the least important. So if you're starting with your bank account, make it the first page, and then if that's where all the money is, don't put the account with the smallest money, or don't put your scholarship letter at the back. To just make sure you check that the most important document comes first. And digital photo, here you put in your digital photo. You need to put in a digital photo, so you can take a picture by yourself and just change the resolutions to be at least not less than 420 by 540 pixels, and make sure it's JPG and not more than 4 megabytes. Make sure it's clear, and make sure that it must I don't want to exit, so let me just go back, but just make sure that it shows your face clearly up to your neck at least. Here is the family information form. I talked about this in how to complete your study permit application at the end of that video. So you download this form and also fill it and upload it. And now we have the optional documents. This is where you get to upload all the other documents that you are not able to upload in the fields above. So application, this is a very important form 5257, and I've made a separate video which I'll be linking in the description box on how to complete this form. So check it out and make sure you upload it when you are done. It says it's optional, but it's actually necessary. It's required for those that are outside Canada, because if you don't upload this, if you don't apply for this, there will be no visa on your data page. You know, your data, I mean your passport has to be stamped with a visa. That's what you use to enter Canada, which is quite different from your study permit. So visa is what you need to use to enter Canada. And the difference is, if you are within Canada, if you've gotten here, your visa can expire, but your study permit must not expire. So the only thing is, if your visa expires, you won't be able to leave the country except if you are going by road to the US. So if it expires, you can't leave the country until you get a new visa, but you can still keep on studying. So that's why you have to do this application as well. Please take note of that. Make sure you complete this form and upload it. It is not optional if you're outside Canada. It's only optional for those that are within Canada and are trying to probably extend their study visa, study permit. And here is client information. That's why it's given a generic name. You can upload all other documents that you couldn't find a space for in these other places, merge them together as one and upload them here. So if you have like change of name, if you have this blah blah blah, merge it together and upload it here. Okay, you can start the page with a list of all the documents. So if you have like 7 documents, so you can have the cover page, let it be a list of all the documents within that, or within the document you get. So you will list, if there are 7 documents, list what they are. Maybe this first one is change of name, second one is you know, birth certificate, whatever. Just list it and then merge everything together according to how you've arranged it on the first page. So the first document should be on page 2, the second document should be on page 3, like that. And here's the amount. Note that you're paying $150 in Canadian dollars, which you have to pay the equivalent if you are doing paper application. So you can calculate that to have an idea of how much you will take to the visa office. And you also need to pay your biometrics fee, so it comes to a total of 235 Canadian dollars. You can calculate with Aboki FX and just have an idea of how much. Remember, it can be more or less depending on the exchange rate that day. So I would advise that you take way more than that, or at least you have way more than that in your bank account if you need to use a POS there. And that's just how to do all of this. So once you've uploaded everything, then you can submit. So when you upload it, so how you actually submit is so here you will exit the questionnaire, and I'm just going to exit this questionnaire. So I've left the checklist now and I'm back to my account page. So you go to your account page and then you scroll down. I scrolled down to this page, and you will, at the very bottom of your account page, you will see what you just created. You see it says 60 days left to submit. It says today's date as the date of creation, and it shows online application because that's what you're doing. So all you have to do is to click continue application. If you don't want to do the application, if you want to continue again, you can delete it. At this point, nothing has been submitted, nothing has been transmitted yet. It transmits after you've paid your fees and you click transmit and you sign. You even have to sign. So that's that. So I'll continue the application. So now you just make sure you upload everything, and once you've uploaded all the required documents, it's going to show an option for you to continue and pay. So that's just the gist of everything, and that's just how to apply for your study permit application online. I hope you really got a lot from this, and I hope you find it easy now to do your application. Remember to always be careful, confirm that you uploaded the right document, and confirm that you have all the required document uploaded. You can never upload too much document. As I say, too much can never be too much for Canadian study permit or whatever. So you can use this section in the optional document client information to upload all other documents that you need to upload. Just make sure you merge them together as one document and upload it. It can only take one document at a time. And that will be all for today. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you've enjoyed this video so much, remember to give me a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe and like and share. Thank you. Till we meet the next time. Bye.